The movie Mission Impossible, one of the best action movies ever. Here is a storyline or behind the scenes of the movie. An American agent is on his own in his mission to find and bring to justice the real agent of espionage as a result of baseless suspicions that he is a traitor to his nation. This agent's purpose is to bring about justice. The highly acclaimed television series has been adapted into a novel. The character of Jim Phelps, who was portrayed by Jon Voight, was sent to Prague on a mission with the purpose of thwarting the theft of sensitive material. Both Phelps' wife Claire, who was portrayed by Emmanuel Baird, and his reliable associate Ethan Hunt, who was portrayed by Tom Cruise, were members of Phelps' team. Sadly, a tragic occurrence has taken place, and the surgery was a failure. As a consequence, it seems that Ethan Hunt is the only one to have survived. Kittredge, the head of the agency, started to suspect that Ethan was the person responsible for the failure of the mission when he reported that the operation had been unsuccessful. Now, in order to find out who framed him and clear his name, Ethan is turning to unusual tactics, such as soliciting the services of a weapons dealer going by the name Max, amongst other things. Ethan is hoping that by doing so, he would be able to clear his name. In order to bring down the NOC list, which is a list of every agent and spy in the IMF, the character Ethan Hunt, played by Tom Cruise, and the rest of his IMF team go undercover. Only Hunt and Claire Phelps, who was a member of Hunt's team and was portrayed by Emmanuel Baird, were able to get out from the ambush unharmed. The CIA, on the other hand, has the mistaken belief that Hunt was aware of the attack, despite the fact that this is not the case. If Hunt makes the decision to accept the mission, he will be required to collaborate with two disavowed IMF agents, Franz Krieger and Luther Stickel, in order to find and collect the NOC list before the names of every agent are revealed to be at risk. The success of this operation is dependent on whether or if Hunt chooses to accept it. It's impossible. In the movie version of the famous television series, Jim Phelps, who plays the primary character in this film adaptation of the series, along with the rest of his team, is entrusted with stopping a traitor from stealing and selling important information. In the original series, Phelps was played by Michael Weston. Ethan Hunt, the only survivor of the team, thought everything was going according to plan up until the moment when the target of their mission and the rest of the team were found murdered under strange circumstances. Ethan makes a phone call to director Kittredge, who was portrayed by Henry Czerny, and goes to see him after discovering that the aim of the whole operation was to identify the name of a mole about whom they had been suspicious for some time. After their conversation, Ethan discovers that the mole was someone about whom they had been suspicious for some time. However, Ethan is aware that this is not the case, and he is able to escape away because of it. Kittredge offers evidence that creates the idea that Ethan is the person for whom they have been hunting. After that, Ethan makes arrangements to meet with the buyer, whom he advises not to use the information that he has access to. When they finally do meet, Ethan strikes a bargain with the buyer, telling him that in exchange for exposing the name of the mole, he would give the buyer what he paid for in the first place. Ethan, together with Phelps' wife Claire, recruits two disavowed agents, Franz Krieger and Luther Stickel, to aid him, which is not going to be an easy task. In fact, it is going to be almost impossible.